Welcome back to Poor Brothers Whiskey. I'm David. This is Mike. Tonight we're going to be drinking some Booker's Rye.
Man, I was hoping for a bigger introduction, but that works.
What else should I say?
I don't know, man. This is not every day that we get to drink this.
Booker's Rye batch.
Yeah.
No, this is it.
This
is the only Booker's Rye.
You're right.
And this, maybe they'll do another Booker's Rye one day. They won't do one like this.
That's true.
This is something we've never had. This is something, I believe, this is either rumored or fact. I'm really not sure, so forgive me on this.
Yeah.
I believe Booker No had made this. It's a unique mash bill.
Yep.
I don't know if it was documented or not. I think the rumor is that he didn't specify what this mash bill was, dumped it, and he passed away before it was ever confirmed. So truly, if they ever make another batch of Booker's Rye, we will never get one like this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've heard great things about this bottle.
The hype surrounding this is, I mean, I don't think there's a person who's had this that doesn't say it's in their top 3.
Best
Of
Ryes
all
of all
time.
time. Yeah.
Oh, I'm saying in whiskey.
Oh, just whiskey, period.
Yeah.
Good Lord. Okay.
Yeah. So, you know, maybe it falls within that. I feel pressure, honestly.
Yeah.
But, I mean, all in all, a lot of hype surrounding this. High proof.
For sure.
136.2.
136.2. This is 13 years, 1 month, and 12 days. Did I know that off the top of my head? No. I just read the bottle right before we press record.
Yeah.
Seriously, though, this is one of those situations where, like, you kind of get in your head about it. You know, this is supposed to be the Holy Grail. Is it going to live up to it? I know you just noticed it. I'm trying so hard to ignore how he just reacted.
No, just go ahead. I really didn't react at all. Good.
Smells amazing.
Yes.
It doesn't smell very rye forward.
It doesn't, no. Nor does it smell anything like any Booker's I've ever nosed.
No, that doesn't come off as a bean product initially.
No. No. And I will say this, I can't speak to older Booker's, which I know it's like older Booker's is like where it was at, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I started drinking Booker's in 22,
Oh, wow, yeah.
23.
I think the oldest I've ever had was the 25th anniversary.
Whatever our
know
buddy
when that
Alan
came
brought over.
That was the 25th anniversary.
Okay, so that's the oldest
Yep.
I've had too. Yeah.
I don't know when that came out.
I don't know.
I know besides that, batch-wise, 2019, I think is the oldest I've had. This definitely doesn't have that bean nuttiness. I get a little bit of rye, but I truly would not think this is a rye whiskey.
I was about to say, I feel like I'm getting rye now. Like now I'm getting rye out of that.
You give me some time with it, man.
You get some rye spice. It doesn't nose like it's such a high proof. I feel like when you, right before you're about to get into a high proof like whiskey, I feel like you can tell by the nose, man, this would fool me that it's 136. I mean,
Yeah, no, I would never think that.
Yeah.
Truly, this is one of those where I feel like in the beginning of a lot of people's
good, man.
whiskey journeys, rye whiskey comes off really spicy, comes off really hot on the nose. I don't think this is coming off extremely hot. I don't know, it's coming off like just a normal rye in a sense, but it's got these bourbon-like notes to it.
yeah.
You know, I am getting that rye grain now, but truly I get those, and I guess what I'm referring to as a bourbon influence would be barrel influence, and this being as old as it is, that's probably normal to get the caramels and the vanillas and the brown sugars.
Yeah, and I get oak out of that. Or at least
For sure, there's
feel like
definitely
now I'm
oak
getting
in there.
oak. Yep. Rye for sure. I mean, that's nice. That's a nice nose. It's very smooth.
I just get a little fruitiness, which is very odd for a rye for me. Just a hint of, it's almost like a lime, you know, and I guess you
Okay.
could attribute that to the rye spice. It's
Yeah.
not a stone fruit by any means.
Either way, pretty well balanced nose. I don't feel like it lends you to any one thing over the other.
Yeah, it's not as in your face as I was expecting.
Yeah, I agree.
Truly.
Yeah,
I was thinking this was just gonna absolutely blow me away the second I smelled
absolutely.
it. It's not.
No. I'm gonna dive in, dude. I now get that like fruitiness that you're talking about.
See what I'm saying?
But I also I'm getting like almost like a faint brown sugar, or maybe that's a little bit of caramel. Like, I don't know what that is, but now I get a sweeter note.
All that's there, and the rye spice is starting to come out.
Yeah.
Truly, when you drink something, you want to let it sit in the glass for 5-10 minutes.
Yeah.
Kind of let everything come to the forefront here.
Either way, man, that's damn good.
It's an incredible nose. There's that beam flavor.
I don't get that.
Oh, I'm getting the beam.
Nope. Don't get that. I get. Oh wow, What are your thoughts?
Wild. So I'm getting a familiar beam note, but besides a Knob Creek rye, there's not many ryes I think that I've had from Beam. I don't know how much they truly have, but that's an odd thing to start to taste Beam and then get hit with rye whiskey. And what I do really, really like about this, it kind of hits you with flavor and it slowly keeps creeping up. It's getting stronger and stronger and stronger, leads into the finish, and the finish is long, beautiful. I mean, it's got a lot going on for it, but I don't know. It starts off tame and just keeps going up for me.
The mouthfeel is incredible.
One of the more viscous whiskeys I think I've had.
Coats the inside of your mouth like no other. Would agree. The heat or the proof amps up as the finish goes on. Never off-putting.
It doesn't drink the proof to me.
Doesn't at all drink the proof.
I would think this is 120 all day long.
If that.
Yeah,
agreed.
truly.
Agreed. I personally don't get any sort of Jim Beam profile out of it. You know, you talked about ryes as far as like Knob Creek rye. I thought about Little Book Chapter 8 of the heavy rye
Did forget about that one.
I don't get any of that.
This is super unique tasting rye.
I
I don't know. This is kind of a don't meet your heroes moment for me.
Oh, wow.
It's very good, but let's talk money here. When these came out, I know they were limited. They were hard to get when they came out. This is 9 years old at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what MSRP was. Booker's, I want to assume Booker's Rye limited
You know
release.
what? I thought I read that. I feel like at the
150-ish?
time, I feel like it was 300.
I know I'm in the minority here. I feel like that
I could be wrong.
that even comes off a little steep. I like this. I think it's really good. Top 3 whiskeys of all time? I don't think so, dude.
What about top 3 rye?
I don't think so.
Damn.
And I really like it. I'm not trying. Value here is what is killing me. Currently, we're filming this in 2025. $1,800 to $2,000. Is that about right?
Yeah. Yep.
That's a crazy amount of money to not be absolutely mind blown from what we're drinking.
I mean, you can't ignore you can't ignore the value on it. That's a lot of money. I mean, let's just call it what it is. $1,900 to $2,000 for the bottle on secondary, because you're not finding this anywhere else. I'll ask this, not that it helps justify it, but where else can you find a similar rye whiskey like this one? I don't know that I can point to anything else.
I don't think so either. That's a good question.
My notes on it, well balanced. Well balanced. Doesn't at all drink its proof. I wouldn't call it a bourbon's drinker's rye, which we've done that for some ryes.
This is definitely a rye drinker's rye.
Yes.
The nose, I mean, you would not think that.
Yep.
Tasting it, it's clearly a rye.
Vanilla, you get some strong rye spice that increases as the time goes on. Mouthfeel's amazing. Finish is long.
The palate, the mouthfeel, and the finish is what does it for me. The viscosity is something else, truly. It's not like motor oil. You know, I've heard people describe some batches of like E.H. Taylor, batch 11 specifically, is like olive oil.
Yeah.
It is not that viscous.
No.
You know, it's the perfect amount of what you'd want. The way the rye spice comes in is damn near perfect. You know what I mean? It's a very, very good rye whiskey.
It's a great rye. That's a great rye. Top 3 whiskeys of all time for me, as far as what I've had. Probably not, but you're not far.
Dude, I'm
top
not
3
even.
ryes, I think it is up there.
I don't even think this is top 10 for me.
That is insane. Wow.
I might be hurting some feelings with that, but this is like.
But this is, I love this, right? I love this. Like, hey, that's what whiskey's all about.
Yeah,
You're gonna have one.
You're
opinion,
exactly right.
I'm gonna have another one, and that's cool.
And I'm, more recently, I'm coming to understand that I think I kind of like ryes a little more than I like bourbon.
You did just say that.
I love bourbon. Don't get me wrong. Most of my collection is bourbon. I have maybe 10 ryes, but I really get excited over a good rye whiskey.
Yeah.
This is crazy, and good Lord, I hope they're listening. But I think I have a Nashville Barrel Company rye whiskey that I think edges us out a little bit.
Man. Well, when
I swear.
we stop recording,
Shout out to Rock Elite.
you're gonna pull that out and try it and see if that holds true.
I will
have
be
to
interested
now.
to see
Yeah, you
how
have
you
to.
react.
You
Yeah,
have
I
to.
will. We'll do a little science after this video.
But with that being said, you know what's coming next. 1 to 10. What are you giving it?
Oh man. $6.8.
That is insane, and I hate that I'm standing next to you while you say that.
I'm sorry, man. It's
That
not.
is disrespectful because we're always on a 7 to 8 scale, number one.
I know this is. I think it's the lowest I've ranked anything.
And to give this your first score outside of that rank is wild.
I think this has a big play in it. I had a lot of expectations going into this bottle. I was fully prepared to try one of the best whiskeys I've ever had in my life. And the fact that it wasn't, I think that is taking a lot away from it.
I can understand that. I really can.
I had big expectations.
I get that. I can appreciate that argument and that side. Still think you're crazy, but
You know.
I thought that before the video. Well, call me crazy. I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it's a flat 9. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's a flat 9. I think it's amazing for the rye whiskey that it is. I posed it to David earlier. What other bottle meets what this delivers? I can't think of one. But hey, maybe I haven't tried something that can stand up to it yet.
And I really didn't have a good answer for that. Yeah. There's not many. It's a unique rye for sure.
And the Valley does kill it. I would agree. The Valley does kill it.
That's a big factor.
Yeah.
I like the way that the rye spice comes in on this. I really like the viscosity, the finish. Mm-hmm. The nose didn't blow me away, and immediately on the palate, to me, it was no mistaken that it's a Booker's product.
Yeah.
And I don't know, some of my friends might know this, but I'm not the biggest fan of Booker's.
Yeah. No.
Typically, I really was in the beginning, and then it was just like same profile over and over again for me.
No, I agree.
I know a lot of people aren't like that.
I'm not the biggest Booker's fan either, but this, man, that delivers. I think that's damn good. I'll say this, just like us, if you can get a sample of it before you buy the bottle or before you crack open your bottle, please do so.
Which we're fully aware too. We've seen some of the comments. We know that a lot of these are pretty impossible bottles to find. We're very fortunate to have some good friends that have let us borrow some incredible bottles. Yep. If you notice, this one wasn't open. Our friend who let us borrow this does have one that is open and poured us a sample. So yeah, we're lucky enough to try it.
Yes.
We know that this is not something a lot of people get to try, but.
So highly recommend that. See what you think.
Don't spend $2,000 on it, if you ask me. I'm sorry. That's my opinion. He may agree. He may think that that's something you should spend that kind of money on.
I don't agree, but I don't disagree.
Man,
yeah,
I'd be upset at $1,000. Just saying.
That's crazy.
I'm sorry,
that's
man.
Crazy. Anyways, first time we're at ends here, which I like it.
Where do we, after we're done filming, where do we fist fight?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just outside?
Just right here.
Oh, right here. Okay, sorry.
Anyways, that is our review of the Booker's Rye.
I can't believe it. It performed like that for me. I can't
believe it either, man.
So excited and immediately went to disappointment.
I don't want to hear any more of this. So like, comment, subscribe. If you've tried it, what do you think? Is David crazy? Yeah, he is. So anyways, until next time, we'll see you.